over Thanksgiving weekend. I had my first Aya journey, and I've been wanting to speak about this experience for a long time, but I've just been integrating so much, purging so much in the last year and a half or so. She helps unwind all of our traumas and our karmas, and I noticed that so after the ceremony, I'll kind of describe that in a bit, but the first book that was downloaded from the universe to me was the Bhagavad Gita, which is a very sacred text in Hinduism. And I learned about kambo as well, which is a frog medicine that's like pricked into your skin, which is also shared by the shaman or the curandera, and was very kind of weird to me because you have to light a match and then like burn your skin a little bit, but it felt really good, and it helps clear out microplastics, I guess. The plant medicine itself, it didn't taste as bad as people have been saying that it does. It just tasted kind of bitter to me and like very earthy and strong. And it was not a very large amount that I took, just a small amount. The first night we all, were in a circle together and just kind of gathered, and we read some tarot cards. I lay down in my little bed that had been prepared with really beautiful blankets and just kind of curled up and laid down. And then I noticed that I started kind of feeling like I was a baby again. Like I felt like I was being brought back into the womb. And the two people next to me were purging, like throwing up. Part of my unconscious was just like, oh yeah, that's kind of like my parents. They were very sick. When I was born, they were very stressed with being immigrants here, being forced to work very long hours for very little pay. And I was in my mother's womb. There was a beautiful creek running down from Mount Tahoma as well on her property. So yeah, and then there was, before the ceremony actually, we had some like grief and anger release exercises. Like we went out and kind of gathered and then did some different activities. Like we gathered in a circle and kind of made different like animal sounds, or like I flapped my wings and then everybody copies that. And then we did a like a punching bag thing. There were just like images from my childhood, like peacock that I had seen in a mall in Canada, in Edmonton. I think it's like the biggest mall in North America, but they had birds in the mall, I guess, when I was younger, and I remembered that. So it was just like certain memories I had bookmarked, I guess. And then there was a little palm tree next to me, like a little, I don't know exactly what kind of palm tree, but it was a little tropical tree. And then I was like touching it, and I felt this like energy of the plant like talking to me. And I asked the plant through, it's not verbal, it's like a non-verbal form of communication. Mama Aya allowed me to transcend my ego, which had been so wounded by so many different things, and allowed me to just merge and be remembered and remember the universal consciousness. I was crying. I was moving through all these kriyas, which are like these kinds of movements. So yeah, I got up, wobbled over to like this carpeted area, and I started like touching the carpet like I I did, I guess, when I was a baby, holding my crystals and then like looking at the other crystals that she had. Like she had this huge selenite, it was beautiful, and a huge labradorite, which is, if you've never seen those, it's just like super beautiful and glowy. And yeah, there was this moment I was like putting my face near this like heat lamp that she had, or like this heat lamp, and I was smelling the herbs I had brought, like sage, and she had this beautiful tapestry of a Buddha, and I kept kind of looking at it, and it was making different faces at me, sort of, and I realized that was just my interpretation or my filter on it. And I looked, I can't remember if it was the first or second night, but I was looking into a mirror that she had, and I could see that I was one in a long lineage of bodhisattvas, and that there was nothing to fear because of that. I was very calm inside, and I embody peace and stillness. I'm a Pisces as well, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, called in the 4 directions, that's something that is, I think, pretty universal in indigenous cultures. At least it is in Turtle Island, and also in Asia, in my family's ancestry. And yeah, I just continued kind of allowing her to move through me in the way that made sense to her, and didn't resist anything, didn't ask for anything in particular, except I did ask about my career and relationships. That was something I was kind of requesting assistance from her about, and oh man, she really delivered. I can kind of give more information about that in another video.